Hi guys, and welcome back to INSANEBRIT Gaming. My name is YesDA, and this is a Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain review. Basically, I'm going to run down graphics, story, gameplay, and stuff like that. Okay, so basically, the story results are, is about Big Boss, as it were. And basically, hold on, let's get this is our target. This is after Mother Base gets attacked from a group calling themselves XOF, who Major Zero has lost control of, apparently, or Cypher, as it were. We go into a coma and we finally wake up, and we get led to safety via Ocelot and Miller, who has established a new group for us called Diamond Dogs. Apparently, this guy called who's running XOF, as it were, holy shit, is basically trying to give minorities in other countries and stuff the ability to have nuclear power, as it were, trying to give them the ability to maybe maintain their culture, as he feels that, like his culture was done 2 years ago, was taken over by the United States, and his culture was eradicated, as he feels. And that is basically what he is planning to do, using a parasite to basically infect anyone who speaks English. He also uses somebody called Quiet, who actually gets hired to assassinate us, and we end up recruiting her. And she can't talk. She's one of the best characters in the game. And of course, oh my god, I'm getting slaughtered now. Right, hold on. Yeah, so basically she can take out people and come with us on missions in like a buddy system, which I think is fantastic. Good of them to do in this like open world game as well. I think that's pretty unique. As you can see, he wants to use this to do, basically that's the basic narrative of the story. That's what his aims and goals are. He also wants to use the Metal Gear to help illustrate this, I believe, with the power of somebody called the Third Child. Damn, I beat the shit out of them there. This parasite gives basically supernatural powers to the likes of Quiet, who he has infected and can't talk, or she risk killing everyone who speaks English, and she decides to help us by not speaking English and teaming up and lending us her wonderful skills, as it were. What else was there to say about that, actually? And that's more or less the premise of the actual game in itself. And you go from place to place trying to find out who is against you, as it were, doing jobs and earning money, and you upgrade your base, stealing diamonds, not helicopters, diamonds, trucks, all these kind of things to make your base stronger, even extracting people to make your base stronger as well, so they help you and join your army, and you can send them out on missions as well, which I think is pretty cool, to earn you money to pay for more airstrikes, pay for more backup and armor and stuff like that. So it's pretty good. I like what they've done with the game in itself. What the fuck? Take that, you fuckers. Enemy characters in total, like 3 or 4, but I'm going to speak about just like 1 or 2, 3 major ones. Obviously, as I said about Quiet. The next one is Ocelot, who's basically an associate with you, who follows your orders. He's pretty good, he got his own opinion, but he more or less just does what he's supposed to do, and that's fine. Miller is a little bit emotionally driven, and I respect him for that, because even though we butt heads, well, Big Boss and Miller butt heads a few times in the game, he respects Big Boss, has final say on it, and I think I respect him a lot for that, because especially with the men that he's lost, including the fact that he's lost an arm and a leg, you can really understand why he'd be pretty pissed off at these guys and wanting to just eliminate and do this, that and the other. But as I said, the boss has final say, so that's pretty cool. I do like that, and that's more or less the main characters of the entirety of the game, to be honest with you. Now, enemy types, as I said, enemy types are like soldiers and stuff like that, some with shotguns, some with shields and stuff like that, and that is fine. But speaking about particularly big actual boss fights, which is Metal Gear Solid series is actually known for, this is a severe lack of them, or I think are too many repeats. So you have a face-off with Quiet and stuff like that. You'll also face the Man on Fire, who Skullface uses to control the Metal Gear Solid, the Metal Gear Philanthropist, or whatever it's called. I can't say the word. It's oh yeah, beat that motherfucker. And then we have, Shit. And then you have, you have the skulls. The skulls are, oh shit. The skulls are repeated a little bit too much for my liking. I didn't like it that you face them multiple times in, shit. Got to call in some air support. You face them too many times for my liking. Again, they have the parasites, the same as Quiet. And of course, they... Oh, there's a diamond here. Cool, more money. Hold on, let's get out of here a little bit. The fuck? Okay, I'm getting fucked. God damn it, man. I'm gonna die. Let me just get out of here before I talk even more. There's a sandstorm coming in. Shit, maybe that'll help me protect me a little bit. Yeah, so you look at legendary, basically bosses like Vamp, Big Boss herself, the End, you know, and other legendary, or even Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2. You know, you look at those kind of enemies and you're thinking, you're expecting that kind of, you know, enemy in here with a decent backstory and a premise, and you don't really get that, or at least I feel you don't get that in the actual game in itself. The upgrade system on the actual game itself is pretty good. You get plenty of guns and stuff to select from. However, they do cost a lot of money to upgrade, and I played the side content to get more money and stuff like that, and it feels like I've only unlocked a certain amount, like 40% if that, and I don't like the fact you have to unlock a whole new gun to put a silencer on it. You should have just unlocked a silencer or a grip or a scope and then put it on any gun if you could, you know what I mean, and that would have worked really well, and they haven't done that. You have to unlock a whole new sniper rifle, which I think is pretty stupid. I think it's disappointing. It takes away a lot of the fun there in that aspect. Also, I feel in the game itself you don't get a lot of the banter which you've got in the other Metal Gear Solid games as well. You don't get the to and fro between Rose and Jack, you know, that kind of banter where they'll go back and forth and talk about how they met, or even Sigget about, you know, how the gun is improved by this new grip you've got, or where it came from, or, you know, you don't get none of that. The to and fro, the charm of what a Metal Gear game is, you don't get that in this game, and that's pretty disappointing. Maybe it's I'm speaking from a fanboy's point of view, but, you know, like I said, I love the game, but even so, I'm going to have to criticize it where if I feel it deserves. You can say what you want about being a fanboy or not, or having a premise, it isn't there, and I'm gonna, you know, it just lacks the charm of what the original games were. At least I feel they were anyway. So we've got to go down the pros and cons now of this game. The pros of the game is fantastic gameplay, great graphics, good characters, even though there could have been a bit better writing. I feel the ending of the game itself was pretty good. Pretty dramatic. I enjoyed that aspect of it with Skullface and whatever, you know, happened there. I enjoyed that part of it. You only face off once with the Metal Gear, which is okay, but meh, whatever. You didn't really get to see it in full action. You only got to see a small part of it, as it were. What the hell? Where's the enemy here? Because I'm getting shot at. More backup. Hold on, guys. Pissing me off. So you don't get you know, like I said, you only face the Metal Gear like once, maybe twice if you push on with missions, and here's where it basically goes a little bit off, at least in my opinion. There is repeat missions, so if you want extra cutscenes and stuff like that, it's part of the cons actually, is that when you play it and you got to play these extra missions, they are repeat missions. That's not very good. That's lazy. It seems very lazy to have done repeat missions but made them a little bit extra hard to get this extra so-called cutscene, which you do get here and there in the missions, but they don't seem that worth it. It's not that worth it at all, except for one major part of a cutscene. Well, not even a cutscene. It's more or less an audio file, which the fuck. Which gives you an absolute game changer in the actual story. But you have to play, you know, the extra missions to even get that, and even then, it's not a cutscene. It's just an audio. You know what I mean? A bit of to and fro between. Also, the game in itself. Oh shit! Oh come on, man! That's bollocks. There we are. Yeah, any of the cutscene is basically an audio file, in which also, that's another problem. When you do the missions, there are audio that you have to go and listen to. So basically, which takes you out of the immersion of the game in itself. Can we pick up a different weapon? Oh fuck! I wanted to pick up a different weapon. Shit! Damn it! Oh fuck! Damn it. Yeah, so it takes you out the immersion of the game on the when you're listening to the audio files as well. You need to listen to that to get another sense of the story, you know, or in depth, and that's pretty disappointing. Where you had major cutscenes telling you everything, this just seems to be damn right lazy of Konami or even Kojima. I don't even know. And they just give you some audio files to listen to, and you don't even know who's talking unless you can recognize the characters' voices, which I'm not very good at, I won't even lie. There's only a few characters there, but you know, it just gets complicated when there's no picture to show you who's talking, and that's kind of disappointing that I have to come out of the actual game itself just to go onto like you know, a menu to hear some kind of, you know, bullshit audio tapes. I think that's a little bit disappointing for my liking. What else is there? I'm just trying to think about other cons here. But yeah, like I said, like you have to all listen to the audio to get that major plot point as well, you know. And even this is another thing that pissed me off: to unlock a mission, to unlock one of the best missions of the game, mission 45, 46, you basically have to do a bunch of stuff, right, to get it. Basically, if you want to know how to get mission 46 and you haven't got it or played it, I'm going to say this to you. In the link in the description below, I will leave my video on how to get that mission 46 if you haven't already got it. Also, it is one of the absolute best missions in the game. How can you hide or make it inconvenient for us to play the game and then hide one of the best missions with a heavy cutscene? It has got a heavy cutscene and a decent mission in it that breaks away from the game. Well, it doesn't break away, it just makes it a phenomenal part of the game, and one of the best missions of the game, and you hide it from us. What the fuck is the point in doing that? Or you make it like, oh, it's so fucking irritating, it's unreal. So if you haven't played mission 46, look at the link in the description below, and I will tell you how to get it in another video. It's only 3 minutes long, so it doesn't take long to get it, but I'm just going to save time here instead of talking, you know what I mean, going all through that shit. It's kind of annoying. This video is going to be long enough as it is, I suspect. You know, at the end of the day, I'm judging this game based on what I've got. With, you know what I mean, repeat missions and stuff like that, and a lack of story, and as I said, I'm a fan of a series. I'm going to give this this out of 10. Originally, before I even put the game in, I was going to give this a 10, but in just good conscience, I can't do that, even if I knocked it down to a 9, with repeat missions, lack of story, you know, and hiding missions and all this kind of bullshit that they got in there. Even though Kojima and, you know, Konami are split up now, as it were, you know, it's all a breakup's always going to be hard on us kids kind of scenario. I'm going to give this an insane 8. It is worth playing. £15, £20, you know, pre-owned or not, doesn't matter. You'll get 40 hours worth of gameplay out of it. And, you know, as I said, this is a fan of the series, speaking rating at that. I hope you enjoyed this review. You know, please like, share, comment and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all in the link in the description below, and I will see you next time. Don't forget to check out my unboxings and stuff like that, and we're going to be moving on to more playthroughs and stuff like that until dawn, up until recently, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching. As for Kojima himself, moving on to you know, Death Stranding, which as fans we will support him, and all the rest of it, you know, I plan on supporting him. I know you will too, as fans of Metal Gear. And at the end of the day, we are all his diamond dogs. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next review / playthrough. Thanks for watching.